All right, so today we are maxing out on deadlift. The goal is to deadlift 550 pounds. So that's gonna be my goal today. I'm also gonna be doing a test on my 500-meter row that you're gonna see in this video, and also my 1 mile run. So I'm doing a bunch of tests this week just to see where my fitness is at. I did a bench press 1 rep max the other day where I attempted 315. So if you're interested in that video, I will leave a link to that down in the description below. Go watch that one after you're done watching this video. But all of these tests are gonna be on different days. So I maxed out on bench press on Sunday, maxing out on deadlifts today, which it's Monday. I'm going to do a test on my 500-meter row on Tuesday, and either Wednesday or Thursday, I'm gonna be doing my 1 mile run test. So you're gonna see all these different clips here. First, we're maxing out on deadlifts, then I'm gonna have that 500-meter row, and then we're gonna finish up the video with my 1 mile run time. I'm starting my cut next week, so this is gonna give me a baseline of where my fitness is at. We just got the InBody 570, so I'm gonna be able to have my body composition. I'm gonna be able to test my body fat, my muscle mass, my water, my weight, track that each week. And I am training for my September wedding. So my goal is to get in the best shape of my life. My goal is to get down to somewhere around 8% body fat. So, and you'll even be able to train along with me. I'm gonna make my program available to you. So, super exciting stuff. But today, first thing we got some deadlifts. Like I said, we're going for 550 today. I'm gonna show you all my warm-up sets leading up to 550. We don't just wanna hop into the gym, throw the heaviest weight in can on the bar and try and lift it. You need to make sure that you're properly doing a dynamic and a metabolic warm-up, and then also doing warm-up sets. I'm gonna do like 7 or 8 sets before I hit my top set. So I'm gonna show you how to do that, especially if you wanna test your 1 hour max. This is exactly how we do it. And at the end of the video, we're gonna figure out if I could deadlift 550 or not. So my previous best on deadlift is about 535 or 540. So this is gonna be like a 10 or 15 pound PR. So we'll see how it goes. Let's get after it.
All right, so we're starting off with some Romanian deadlifts. Now, already done a metabolic and a dynamic warm-up, but I always start off my deadlift workouts with some Romanian deadlifts. This is just a good way to get your hamstrings firing, get your glutes firing, focus on hinging. And then after that, like I said, I'm gonna do 7 acclimation sets before 550. And one thing that you're gonna notice is that I treat every set like it's my max set, like 550. So 135 here, you're gonna see that I'm focused on driving the ground away hard, and I'm moving that bar hard off the ground like I was pulling 550. What this is gonna do, it's gonna help you develop more power. And power is really the ability to take a mass or take a weight and move it quickly. You're adding that vector of speed to it. So every set, I'm focusing on keeping good form. So it's not like I'm just crazy pulling the bar off the ground and it's sloppy. It's under control. Every set's the same thing. And that's just gonna help you practice your technique, really hone it in, but also just really develop a lot of power off the ground, which is where a lot of people struggle on the deadlift. So I did 135, 225, I did 315 there for a triple. And as we start to build up, those reps are gonna come down too as well. So 365 here, I think I hit it for a double. You're not trying to do a full set, you're just trying to focus on acclimating to the weight, move up to the next weight. At 405 here, I believe I hit a really quick single, really just try to focus on drive the ground away, keep the bar close, drive the hips through. And then for 55 here, if you guys have any questions on deadlifts, let me know in the comment section below. I'll be happy to answer that, or if you have any questions in general, let me know. I'll get back to you. I also have a full deadlift tutorial video, so I'll leave that link to that one down in the description below. And then my final warm-up set here at 495, and then let's get started.
All right, so I ran into a problem on my deadlifts. So I wasn't even thinking with deadlifts, with the bumper plates that I have, I can only fit 545 pounds on the bar. So that's 5 plates and a 25 on each side. So that's what I'm gonna shoot for today, 545. I'm gonna order some 100-pound rope deep dish plates, which are about the same size as my 45-pound bumper plates. And then I'm gonna try about 560, 565 or something like that in the next upcoming months. So like I said, I was going for 550. I didn't even think that I could only fit 545 on the bar. So with that said, let's get it 545.
So as you guys saw there, that 545 moved freaking amazing. I was super happy with that. I was bummed that I couldn't fit 550 on the bar, but like I said, I ordered some 100-pound rope deep dish plates. and that's going to allow me to eventually get up over 600 pounds on that bar. So get to the 500 meter row test. So this is another test that I'm doing. Separate day, so completely separate day. Got my Superman socks on. 500 meter row tests are a really good way to kind of test your more anaerobic threshold work. And it's just something that you can really use as a marker to test your fitness. I did a bench press max the other day, attempt at 315. I did my deadlift. Now I also want to have some cardio tests too as well. So in this video, you're going to see my 500 row here, and then also my 1 mile run. Some tips on your 500 meter row. It's not a complete dead sprint, so it's not the pace that you can hold for like 20 or 30 seconds. But my goal was to get this in like 120 to 125. Really focusing on increasing the stroke rate. So when you're in shorter distances on your rower, just like if you were going to sprint, you're going to run faster in a sprint than you'd run in a 3 mile run. So your stroke rate is going to be higher. Also, you got to combine a nice powerful stroke. So every rep, I'm focusing on driving off as hard as I can with my legs, following through with my arms, let my arms return to the rower, and then just driving off again as hard as I possibly can, getting a stroke on every rep, getting a breath on every rep. And that's something this is a tough test, but it's a really good test to kind of test your overall fitness, anaerobic threshold work, and just how fast can you cover 500 meters. So you'll see here in a second what I got. Obviously, you can see I am dog tired at this point. I gave it everything I had. I felt like my effort was good. I was happy with this. I've kind of backed off cardio a little bit for the last couple of months, so I'm trying to build that back up. So this is going to be a really good starting point. So as you can see here in a second, the moment of truth, my 500 meter time was 1:25.8, which I was super happy with that. So that's a good baseline that I can have for my 500 meter row.
Oh man, so you just finished that 500 meter row. That should be a dead sprint of a workout. You should leave everything you got. It's been like 2 minutes and I'm still freaking breathing. So 125, I think I'm 125 today. I'm pretty sure that I've beaten that before. So there's some room for improvement. Like I said, I'm starting my cut next week. So I'm excited for that. I'll be implementing more cardio. And it's something that I'll retest every couple weeks, at least every 4 weeks. So a lot of times we get so focused on a certain body fat percentage or a certain weight that we're lifting, but cardio is something that if you're not doing it in a program, you need to start adding it. It's just good for your health. You're gonna have better strength training workouts if you have a more efficient cardiovascular system. So start incorporating that in your training. Your body will thank you. You're gonna see better progress. We're just gonna overall feel better. We're gonna finish up this video with my 1 mile run time. Now, I don't do a ton of running. I do a lot more high intensity, more interval when I'm on the treadmill. So this is gonna be good to test that, see where it's at, and then consistently test it throughout the upcoming weeks to where I'm gonna be able to test my 1 mile run time, see my improvements on that. I'm also gonna be doing Murph at the end of May. So something that's good to test that 1 mile run, especially since we're gonna be doing some running in Murph. And if you like doing Murph, this is a great way that you can train for it. So testing that out, see what my 1 mile run is. I'm gonna do a voiceover and just kind of talk about some things, some upcoming things on the channel, my program, my goals, all that type of stuff. So I'm gonna do a voiceover clip on my run, and I'm gonna start that 1 mile run. Let's see what I can run a mile in.
All right, so starting off the 1 mile run, I'm running on the Assault Runner Pro. I literally just did a 1 year review. So after owning this for a year, I did a full review on that. I will leave the link to that down in the description below. But do my 1 mile run on the Assault Runner. I have not done a lot of distance stuff lately, so I was really interested to see where this was at. 1 mile run test. I'm going to start off with that. I started this off a little hot. I think I was pacing about 5:30. I think I was going like 10 miles an hour to start off. That was a little too aggressive. I was hoping I'd be around that 6 minute mark. But in a couple minutes here, you'll see I started to fizzle out. But while I'm running, I want to kind of go over a couple things. So did a bench press I did a bench press max workout the other day. If you're interested in that one, I attempted 315 for the first time in my life. You can go check that one out. I'll leave a link to the video down in the description below. We have the deadlift today. tested my 500 meter row, and then tested my mile run here. And like I said, over the next couple months, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be cutting, I'm going to be dieting, I'm going to be documenting this whole process. And my goal is to get in the best shape of my life for my wedding. So I'm getting married this year to the love of my life. I'm super excited, and I want to be the best version of myself. My goal is to get down around 8% body fats. I'm currently sitting, well, I guess you'll see next week. I'm going to post my starting point video on next Monday. So you'll see where I'm at body fat wise. But I'm going to document this whole process. I've been bulking. I've been really happy with the progress. I'm stronger than I've ever been in my life. Now I just want to get my body composition where I'm at, where I want to be. So super excited for this. I'm even going to make my program accessible to you. So you can literally do the same exact program that I'm doing. You can do it alongside, you can train alongside me. And I'm going to make that available to you. I'm going to give you the full program, the sets, the reps, the cardio. We're going to talk about nutrition. So I'm super excited for that. I will make that available to you. Now, as far as when I plan to retest these cardio workouts and strength training, like I said, with 545, I think that moved super well. I think that I could hit 560, 565 maybe. So I ordered those Rogue deep dish plates, the 100-pound plates, and they're about the same size as my 45-pound bumper plates. So now I'm going to be able to fit over 600 pounds on the bar, which I'm super excited about because that is my lifetime goal, to hit 600 pounds on deadlift. So in a couple weeks, I'm going to retest my deadlift, and I'm definitely going to retest my bench press, not to give a spoiler there. But if you made it this point in the video and you're still watching and you haven't watched that bench press workout, I missed it. I literally I freaking had that thing like 7/8 of the way up, and I could not lock it out. Like that last little tricep extension moved super good off the chest. But still go check that video out if you're interested in that one. So I will try 315 again on bench press in the next couple weeks. Before I get too deep into that cut, I want to see where my maxes are. And then the goal is to keep building strength. So throughout your cut process, yes, your calories are going to be lower. You're going to be in a caloric deficit. And I think there's a stigma that people think that you can't get stronger when you're in a deficit, or you can't build muscle. I'm a huge believer in that you kind of are going to tell yourself what you can and can't do, and you can't set limitations on yourself. Like, I'm going to still try and focus on getting stronger every single workout. It's not going to be as easy, and it's not going to be as fast of strength progress as if I'm in a huge caloric surplus when I'm bulking. And have a little bit extra fat tissue, and you just build strength faster. But I'm still going to focus on getting stronger. And the goal is to maintain your muscle mass and maintain your strength the same as when you were bulking. If you lighten your weights up, you will lose muscle, and you're not going to have a good body composition when you cut. So when you're strength training and when you're cutting, you need to keep things heavy because you need to give your body a reason to hold on to the muscle mass. And that's what I'm really going to do is I'm going to have my maxes, and I'm going to fight like hell to keep the muscle and keep the strength where it's at. Wrapping up this 1 mile run here. We'll see here in a second what I get. At this point, like I said, I paced it way too freaking hot. Like, I was going 10 miles an hour the first 2 minutes. And then I think towards the end here, I saw 8:30. I didn't quite get up to 9. And then the last 1/10 of a mile, I cranked it up to just under 7-minute mile. Really just tried to finish strong. That's something where next time, now that I have a baseline, I'm going to have a better idea on how to pace, as well as implementing more cardio. So I'm going to be starting off with 3 times a week of cardio in my shred program. That's just going to help me build my VO2 max. It's going to help me build my aerobic outputs. And it's just going to help me get better at this mile run. Like I said, I do Murph every year. I freaking love Murph. It's a great workout. We do it at our gym here. So if you don't know, I am a gym owner. Me and my fiance own a gym. We focus on personal training and small group training. And we work with clients every day that are trying to get in the best shape of their life. And we always host Murph every year. It's a cool event where, no matter what your goal is, you can just come in. It's more of a sacrifice workout, and it's tough and it sucks and everybody's sweating. And by the end of it, you just really feel accomplished. So we do that every year. If you don't know what Murph is a 1 mile run, 100 pull-ups, 200 push-ups, 300 squats, and then you run a mile. So you have to do 2 miles of running in a 20-pound vest. So training for that will be good to get some distance and just to get kind of an idea of how fast I can run a mile. And then I'll even be doing some testing work with the vest, because that does add a little bit of difficulty to the 1 mile run when you add a 20-pound vest on. But it's a good challenge. I'm a huge believer that you have to always try new things. Don't always be so closed-minded and think that you have to do one style of workout. You can only be a bodybuilder. You can only be a powerlifter. You can only be a strongman or only be a CrossFitter. Like, try all different types of fitness, because I used to be hardcore like bodybuilding. I went through a phase where I was like powerlifting, and then I did like power building, and then I did a bunch of CrossFit, and then now I'm at a point where I have all these different backgrounds and I've blended it into my own style of program, and I feel the best I've ever felt in my life. I feel strong, I feel healthy, I feel good, I enjoy my workouts. So don't ever be so closed-minded and think that you have to lift one way for the rest of your life. I think that you're going to learn a lot of different things about yourself by doing different types of fitness. And at the end of the day, it's all about getting healthy. So that was the finish of my 1 mile run. I'm going to show you here in a second what I got. I'll show you the time on the assault runner just to give you my proof. So I finished in 6 minutes, 56 seconds. So next time, my goal would be to get it under 6 minutes. I think that could be doable.